This video is about why you need to stay away after walking away. There are 4 incredibly good reasons that you need to remain away from the people or person you have left in your life and walked away from. And to find out what those reasons are, please stay tuned to this video. Welcome to the SCG Show, the home of education entertainment, and please do me a favor, if you really enjoyed this video, smash that like button. I would really appreciate it. So perhaps you've decided to finally walk away. Well done. Walking away is one of the hardest but greatest accomplishments you can achieve. And I'm not exaggerating when I say walking away has power and is indeed a superpower as well. And when I mean walking away, it can be from any of the following: from a job, from a marriage or a relationship, from a friendship, a career, a business, a family member, a situation. Look, take great comfort in knowing you're in excellent company of other people who have done what you've done, which is basically walk away. The opposite is those too foolish to realize what is going on. Or worse, those who allow abuse and selfishness and disrespect to come their way all the time, even when it hurts and they feel they actually can't do any better. Their self-esteem is so low that they would just allow people to walk all over them, abuse them, disrespect them, not, tolerate all of this kind of rubbish, rather than just taking the simple thing of getting up and walking away. And not to brag, I'm a guy who has walked away from plenty of people and plenty of toxic situations in my life up to this point. With narcissism on the rise and people saying the stuff like, I did nothing wrong and not taking responsibility, you're better off saving your energy and never fighting with these sort of people. Seriously, you would just be wasting your valuable time and life. You're better off picking yourself up and just walking away. There is so much more, however, to just walking away. It's not that easy. The real true power is not the initial adrenaline rush of leaving, blocking, packing your bags and going. But the power is also in staying away. It is in adjusting your new life and healing and moving on. Think of a death in a family, God forbid. That is non-negotiable. Sadly, they're gone forever, never ever to be seen again, especially not in this world. This is how you need to view the people or the situation that you have or are walking away from. I've gone back after walking away and it never works out, so never go back. So here are 4 reasons to stay away after walking away. Firstly, number 1, it will help you grow. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over, but expecting different results. But if you do or try something a bit different, a new angle, new way, you will see better results almost immediately. By staying away and moving on, you can grow. By going back and taking the easy option, where's the growth in that? Where's the personal development? Where are the lessons, or what are the lessons in your life? There are none. And if there are, they're very small. A woman I know took back her cheating husband after a 2-year separation. She kicked him out of the house, vowed to divorce him after finding out he was fooling around on her all the time. But in those 2 years away from her, she did no growth. She never bothered to do the work or the healing on herself at all. She never decided to rebuild her confidence and learn that she has a lot to offer, or perhaps understand that she actually has value. Instead, all she did was moan, cry, play the victim, and just say, woe is me. Foolishly, she started getting lonely, and then slowly allowed her cheating husband to come crawling back. Despite them ending back up together, he still regularly falls around on her, and she's so weak-minded to never stop him doing so. And she admits, it's just easier to allow him to do what he wants, let him do it, I've given up. What a sad life that must be, to allow your husband to regularly cheat on you, amongst other things. She never allowed herself to grieve, hated the feeling of being alone, and took the easy option. And now feels a total new kind of pain every single day, and has done nothing about it to improve the situation. Firstly, guys, never ever take back a cheater, because once a cheat, always a cheat. And realize and learn you will never grow into the best or better version of yourself without understanding why you've walked away and never going back. Move on from these people, stay away from them and these situations, and become the best version of yourself. Let me ask you a question. How often do people change? Actually, let me ask you another question. How often have you yourself ever changed? Or do you keep making the same mistakes over and over? Look, you're human. I'm the same. I make mistakes all the time. My point being is the people or situation you have walked away from, most likely, I'm sorry to say, will or won't ever change. In fact, it may get worse over time. But that's a whole other point altogether. I remember making one of the biggest mistakes ever, going back to an ex-narcissist girlfriend after I split with her. And warning, never go back to a narcissist, ever. We had problems in our first year when we first dated, and I remember shouting and screaming at her over the phone over a stupid childish argument. I remember her laughing on the other line, immaturely, rudely, just winding me up. And that was my initial tipping point. That's it. I can't take this person anymore. And I broke up with her, never to speak to her again. However, I was not educated in narcissism at the time at all. And then, over time, I took the breakup quite badly. I couldn't handle being single and I thought I was the problem. Stupidly, I felt sorry for her and she promised she had changed. So we started seeing each other again and slowly but surely found ourselves as an official couple over time. It just gradually happened. Things were 100 times worse than before. The fights were worse. The stress and the drama was unbearable. And as for the narcissist, well, narcissist was the narcissist. Just far more toxic than before and way more of a headache. It had to take another tipping point for me. Before I was arguing on the phone. This time I was locked out of my house in the rain. It was cold, miserable, and I realized, oh my God, I'm back to where I started 2 years or 3 years before. Basically, history will repeat itself. Sure, people can change initially, knowing you will not tolerate their behavior and they have to behave a little bit. However, leopards rarely ever change their spots. Remember, history will repeat itself, unfortunately. Are you enjoying this video? If you are, please hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. Now, by going back to what you've walked away from, or who you've walked away from, you immediately deny yourself anything better in your life. And you're not going to believe this, but trust me, the grass is greener. Seriously. I remember going back to an ex not so long ago, and the time and energy I wasted by going back to that ex. And in the time wasted with this ex, I could have gotten into better shape. I could have travelled more. I could have made more money. I could have invested more wisely. I could have built my business faster. I could have had more fun experiences. I could have had better times with my family and better social experiences. Instead, I put my life completely on hold for a bloody narcissist. And much to my regret, I found out a beautiful, kind woman when I was dating my ex had a crush on me. And she said, had you been single, I would have loved to have dated you. And now this very woman who said that is engaged to be married. Hey, I missed the boat. C'est la vie. Learn from my mistake. You deny yourself better. It can be professionally too. A guy I know returned to a local business he originally walked away from to pursue an online business with his brother. Had he not given the business a proper go and returned to the familiar, to what he had walked away from. However, his brother still worked on this other business, and to this day is making a hell of a lot of money online, while the guy who went back to his old job was made redundant and is unemployed. How sad. You have no idea what is ahead of you or around the corner. But I assure you it is better than what you've walked away from. Change your mindset to that of the optimist. You walked away, or they've walked away, or whatever, you're away for a reason. While it may seem really tough right now and at first, I promise you it will be good in the end. Just remain patient and understand you have left to pursue better. The final reason to stay away after walking away is you encourage revenge, and narcissists and toxic people love or would love to swear revenge on you. And if you're not tough enough, they can really beat you to your knees psychologically as well. A guy I know left his office job to join a rival firm just a few years back. However, he didn't enjoy it as much and then eventually decided to go back to the original firm, practically begging for his job back. But his narcissistic ex-boss accepted, but really wound him up. He offered him a lower salary, to which he accepted. And this evil boss was not done with him there. He made his employees work less and him work more for no extra pay. He made him work weekends. He made him work on Christmas like a real Scrooge. He constantly reminded him how foolish he was for leaving. And then he encouraged him to take on more and more work until eventually he became physically and mentally burnt out. Then, when he least expected it, the evil boss fired him, completely ruining his life. Going back especially to a toxic person or place will encourage revenge. These people, especially narcs, hate that you beat them first to leaving them. They hate that you walked away, especially before they could, or you called them out on their behavior. It would all seem like sunshine and rainbows when you return initially, but give it time and you will not see the knife coming in the back to, metaphorically cast revenge on you. Stay away unless you want to be sought after and have this awful, spiteful revenge be taken out on you. Make friends who want the best for you instead. Pursue meaningful, worthwhile goals and dreams. Stop wasting your time on toxic people and toxic things. And please, I beg you, if you've walked away, stay away and do not go back. Thanks for watching.